Om Shakti, beautiful people. How are you today? For those who don't know me, let me introduce myself. My name is Yogi Devi Padam. I'm a sannyasin and I'm on the spiritual path since very young age. I was blessed to have the possibility, the chance to study in some of the best places in the world, Vedanta and knowledge. I was also a Christian monk, Orthodox Christian monk. I used to live on Mount Athos. And I was also a Muslim and I study a lot of Buddhism. Basically, I study and I try to discover the purpose of life. My whole existence, my whole life was dedicated only for one thing, to find out why am I alive and what do I have to do once I realize I'm alive. And whenever I make this video, if it's the first time when you see me, you see this channel, know that all the videos, they are not planned before. I don't have like a speech in my hands. I don't think about something before. Whatever it comes to me and I have to share it, I'm going to share it. So now one thought came in my mind. I tell you honestly, I am already dead. I live as the body is already dead. And this happens to everybody who is a yogi. For me, there is no tomorrow. I realize the impermeability of time and space. For me, there is only the present moment. So this knowledge which I'm sharing now is something very important, very life-changing for you. So be aware of it. Everything I will speak now, it is the pure knowledge by direct experience and not by reading books or whatever. I just want to tell you all that the books are there just to confirm whatever you know. Whatever you have experienced yourself, the books are there to confirm that you had the rightful experience or not. Remember this. So, what is the truth of life? What is the truth? The world is not real. It appears to be real, but it is made of a substance like dream. And the mind is the one that is dreaming. And once the mind becomes awake, you can control the dream, this reality which we call life. You can control it the same way you control a dream when you have a nightmare. This is the truth. We are the experience and we are the experiencer. Everything it is only our mind. But we separated ourselves from our true self because of false identification. False identification doesn't mean you are big, you are smart, you are whatever. It means you are. The purpose of spiritual path is from I am to be nobody and then to be everything. So these are the stages. One has to drop his limited identity to assume his real identity and then take his real form. So believe me when I tell you, I have done it, I have experienced it, I have seen it many times with my eyes. Miracles exist only because the person has the power of the mind. Once you control your mind and you realize that the whole world is sustained by one energy force, which is called in Hinduism prana or Shakti. And the mind is using this Shakti, so the mind can do any miracle. Every miracle that the person have done is because their mind connected with their heart. Their heart, it is the pure Atman, and the mind is a tool to express the soul. This is the first thing. What is the purpose of life? In reality, there is no purpose of life because life itself has no purpose. Life itself, it is the purpose. But on the level of communication, we have to use words, so we have to express ourselves. So we can say there is a purpose in this fake reality, in this illusion, and that purpose it is to attain enlightenment or to realize the self. In reality, you are already enlightened, you are God, you are whatever you call divinity, you are that. But because you decide to identify yourself with something else, you separated yourself from that. So the idea of saying I attain enlightenment itself, it is ignorance, because enlightenment, it is what you are already. You just have to remember it and come back to it. This could we say that it is the purpose of life and nothing else. Anything which is on the material realm, it is Maya or ignorance. Anything you attain on the material realm, it will not give you any benefits for your soul, just some pleasure. So keep this in mind. Whatever difficulty you may encounter, whatever problems you might go through, remember the only purpose you are born, it is to realize the self and nothing else. If realizing the self would mean that you have to drop everything, do it, because nothing is more important than this, and that's why you are born, even if you are aware of it or not. Another important thing which I'm allowed to speak about religion. I have been through all religion. I am an authority of religion on all of these religions. I have been to the depth of it. The big question, which one is the good religion? Which one is the true religion? None of them. All the religions are just expressions of psychology of mind. Everything in all the books of things, whatever it is said there, it is about the qualities of your own consciousness that you have. So you have consciousness, which is expressing. So all the religions, they are trying to form your consciousness in a positive way to attain the self. There is no good or bad religion. And there is no good or bad in the world. It is only you and how much effort you dedicate to whatever path you chose, and you are pure. If you are, you will attain the results. If not, you'll just waste your time. So it's about you. If you're honest in your religion, you will be a good person. Another thing, there is no good or bad. These are concepts of human mind. Good or bad. It is our own creation. There is nothing like that. In reality, it is existence. There is only one thing which we could say it is bad, but it's not really bad or good, but it is not allowed and accepted by nature, by God, and that is taking the life of another being. It doesn't matter if it's human or whatever it is, because that life inside of that creature and the life inside of you, it is one and the same. You are hurting yourself, so don't do it. Stop this bullshit. It is not the correct path. Another question, very important. Is there God or not? The most important question of humanity. And I tell you honestly, humanity needs to believe in God, because humanity is not yet ready to take full responsibility on their own actions. So they have to follow something which they know is bigger than them. In reality, God is a concept of human mind. God exists only the moment the person is ignorant. When the person is separated from his self, he will experience something pure and good, which he calls God. But he's in reality feeling or becoming aware of himself, not something else. There is no God, and there is God. It doesn't matter which way you put it. Realize that everything, it is inside of you. Once your mind drops, you attain that divinity, that God, you become that. In some religions, they have understood that, and they realize that, and they have said that once the person attains enlightenment, he becomes one with God. He doesn't become one with God. He is already God, but he becomes aware of that. But until that moment, believe in God. Create in your mind whatever thing you give it to him, and know that thing is the purest form of existence that is, because you are not yet there. So follow and pray to that. It's not a bad thing. It will help you on the spiritual path. But this dogma and these words about God, no God, God is purple, God is pink, this is stupidity, and this is creations of human mind, and they are made just to manipulate most of you. Nobody in this path will do the work for you. You have to do all the work. You meditate, you experience samadhi. Nobody else experiences samadhi for you. Indeed, there are many souls like you, which they have created by ignorance a different identity. And they can be humans, they can be angels, they can be demons, they can be whatever creature this universe has created, but all it is one. All they are one. There is one soul, one life, and that life, which is called consciousness, or whatever people used to call it, God. This is the truth. You are already free, and nothing holds you to be free except yourself. Nobody has chained you, nobody has made you ignorant except yourself. Life can finish in any moment. Remember this, life is not permanent. Don't waste the time because you have a human life and it is very precious. Now access to knowledge is everywhere. Even if you go lost on the path, because for sure you would get lost because there is a lot of garbage on the spiritual path. But at least you are trying to do it. And once you clean some karma, then God or consciousness, it will take you to the good places. But don't quit, don't drop, and don't think the purpose of life is just to live and have a family. Otherwise, the moment you'll die, you will cry and you will also remember my words. So be wise. Om Shakti.